Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about and looking at Chaosbane. Chaosbane is a new RPG which to me looks like heavily inspired from the Diablo series. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share some information about the game and then I'm going to show off some footage which is been sent to me by the developers, and it is looking very incredible. So let's jump in and let's discuss what this game is. So the story of the game is actually set in the Old World of Warhammer, 200 years before the reign of Karl Franz. You will play as a veteran of a great war against chaos that started as the bloodthirsty tribes of the north united and tried to invade the Empire of Man. The game starts right after the end of the war as you return from the battlefield. Unfortunately, another threat coming from within the Empire will put the old world in danger. The game will have certain classes. It says 4 classes are available in the game. The Empire Soldier, acting as a tank with melee combat skills, a High Elf Mage, a ranged DPS Mage, a Dwarf Slayer, a close combat DPS, the Wood Elf Waywatcher, a ranged DPS specialising in traps and damage over time. It goes on to say each character has its own gameplay gear skills. It says around 45 skills per character and a unique ability that you can use with the right joystick or spacebar on a keyboard. With the soldier you can raise your shield and block attacks. With the mage you can steer spells you cast in the direction that you want. So the game will have multiplayer as well. It says here the game can be played up to 4 players, local or online, and it goes into some really interesting stuff here. It says even on PC 4 players can play on the same screen. So if you have like a really big monitor or something, you and 3 of your friends can sit around it and you can actually play as local actually on your PC, which is, I think, is a fantastic feature. I haven't seen that before in a PC game. And of course it says you can choose to mix local and online, which is very cool. So you and your friend can be both sat at the monitor and you can get 2 other people random from the internet, which is again fantastic. It says it is very easy to jump in and jump out of the game, as you don't have to restart the dungeon or the game itself. Each class is complementary to each other. Even though the 4 players can play as the same character, the game encourages parties to play with 4 different classes for gameplay purposes, of course. For instance, during the boss fight, each class will have a role to play in order to defeat the boss. If you have one class, it would become more difficult to defeat. So the enemies and locations you'll be able to play in, it says here that demo, which you're about to see in a minute, is set in Nuln, the new capital of the Empire, but this is not the only place that players will visit. Enemies will be different from location to another, because every place that you will travel is linked to a god of chaos. So that's very cool. So different characters where different chaos gods show up. There are status linked to the enemy's attacks, which means that players can be poisoned, stunned, frozen, but so can the enemies, depending on the attacking players are using, which is very cool. Looks, it sounds great so far on paper. Let's just finish, and I'm going to start showing you the gameplay now. I'm not going to speak. This is going to be no commentary gameplay, so enjoy it and let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the footage.